trying to wake up? Come on, we're late.
I'm just worried about what I'm going to wear.
Oh, shut up. You always look good.
Unlike some people.
Classical thinkers employed classification as a way to define and assess the quality of poetry. We need to understand their need to develop
There she is.
and distinguish the
Did you hear her last night?
No, what did she say?
Shh.
Poetry does not need to be illogical.
Thank you very much. Could Natalie Smith come up to the stage, please? Also, very well done, Matthew Singh, for your music video So High. Very, very good production values, really professional. It was pretty cool. I can't believe that's come out of Warrington, so thank you very much. Oh dear, that sounded so snobby and it didn't mean to. Do you know what? Yeah, fine. Okay, so, Jalkia, thank you very much for bringing that film to us. I think, for me at least, that's stage fright in a 14-minute nutshell. But what inspired you to make this film, first of all?
It was actually part of my third year university project. It was filmed in 2010. So that was it really. It was just made as part of my assignment. I didn't... basically everybody had different roles within the film. I was director and editor, and we had certain people handling the story and the script and you know, just different areas of production basically.
How long did it all take to make altogether? Because it kind of looked like you had a fair few locations, and I quite like the transition from where she is right at the beginning and she's in the snow. Where did you find all that snow? And then she kind of falls back from the stage and all of a sudden she's chasing this ghost and getting chased by a ghost.
Yeah. It was actually shot in Finland. Wow. So that's why there was a lot of snow.
Is that where the name comes from as well?
Yeah, it's pronounced Jalkia, it means footprints.
Oh.
And basically, like, one of the things that I insisted on as a director was that I wanted a kind of a weird, wacky scene in there. So I don't know whether it's just like, what the hell is that doing in the middle of this film, or it kind of adds a different element to it. But I just really wanted something different in it. My original idea that I thought I was going to go for going over there was kind of more of a cross between Wrist Cutters, The Labyrinth, like a Tom Waits kind of Nightmare mixed in with Dogville. So, and when they said I couldn't write it, I was like, well, I'm not doing that then. I'm going to save that. So I'm still actually going to make that one. So I was like, well, we've got to put something a bit weird in, because that was like, I just wanted to try things different at the time and use university as a time to experiment rather than just do safe kind of projects. And I felt like, you know, okay, we were going for something a bit more fitting with, I suppose, you know, what you kind of do as a student and the issues that I suppose are more prevalent to you, especially as performers. But I thought, you know, why not just throw something in there, go crazy.
That's really awesome, actually. Kind of like with the last two feature shorts that we had that are narrative driven, they seem to be quite poetic in that you've got very kind of bare lines that seem to drive the whole thing. And the poem Footprints in the Snow, was that written by yourself or was it written for the project?
It was written for the project by Louise Marsh. She was one of the scriptwriters on it, and she did all the poetry for the film. She played the magician, you know, and the one sort of who was pulling people out of boxes. So she's quite an interesting character. But it was her who wrote those, and I thought she did a really good job actually with that. So
excellent stuff. Okay, so are there any questions from the audience about this film? Yes.
Well, I watched it and I like the fact that it could have just been a Carrie rip-off.
yeah.
Originally, because I thought it could just be, I thought when she said the first line, I thought shit's going to happen here, ETC or whatever it is, or ESP or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then, but like you say, stage fright, that was the main killer, which I like the twist of, because I thought it wasn't stage fright at first, I thought it was just revenge on all the people that bullied her.
Yeah.
And when stage fright was actually, as soon as she went on stage, she finished the poem, the devil woman went, and then
Yeah.
she found the angel, so to speak,
Yeah.
her best friend.
Yeah.
So like I said, I thought originally it's like a killer, but and then it went to, yeah, it's a nice little twist.
Yeah, I think I got a bit slammed at the end of it by my tutors because
What
at
were
the
they
end
on?
she does a little look, you know, the main
Yeah, what's
character
that look?
Anna.
Just,
Yeah, I couldn't let it end just totally happy.
Right.
That was my bad because it did have a happy ending. I thought, oh, just, you know, a character like that just doesn't disappear from this one moment. She has a momentary triumph, but in my mind, it always comes back until you really overcome it. And at that point, I didn't feel she had. So that's why there was that little look at the end.
It's a good, yeah, it's a good like ending for it. It's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have
Your
just tried.
language, it's not 9 o'clock yet. Nothing.
Yeah, maybe I should have just gone for a happy ending.
Sorry, if you don't
know.
know me, I do swear.
Oh, that's great actually. I quite like the look at the end personally. It kind of felt like she hadn't really gone away, and also it's was she there? Wasn't she there? Is it her imagination? Was she a real person?
Yeah.
Do.
She actually wasn't a real person.
No.
Maybe I should try and keep some mystery, but what the hell, it's a couple of years ago, it's a student project. She wasn't real, it was just in her head. I think Anna's got some problems. So I would have liked to explore that more. I think I would have probably, if I had free reign, I probably would have gone totally crazy and maybe killed everyone off. But you know, it was still, it was a really good learning experience. You know, I got to film in Finland and I didn't get everything my own way, which, you know, at the time felt murderous, but afterwards it was like, no, that was a valuable experience and I'm really happy for that. And you know, there was some really good people that worked on the film. I mean, I know Robyn, I was actually speaking to her the other day, who produced it and was the main actress Anna. She's doing really well for herself now. She's like, I think she's currently working on a film with Tom Cruise, so yeah, and she's worked with Sam Worthington, so, but she's really hard-working individual and very organised, and she was brilliant on that film. She really kept the project running smoothly and always pushing people forward, so you know, I just wanted to say how well she's doing now and I'm really pleased for her. Yeah.
I guess that's the bonus of having a really, really good producer.
Definitely, yeah. She organised, her and Mary Holbrook organised a lot of the locations, because obviously there was a lot. And I oh, actually, you asked me how long it took before, I totally forgot. We did it in 3 weeks, so it wasn't very long. But yeah, it's quite long, I suppose, but it was fun. It was a good laugh. Got to go out and make films and stuff. It was good. Yeah.
Are there any more questions from the audience? Yes. Yeah, gentleman, you put his hand up first.
Hi Nat. How come Finland? Why did it end up in Finland?
Basically, we had an option for our third year video project. We could either stay in rainy, miserable England and make a film, or we could go to icy cold Finland and make a film. And I thought, you know, what the hell, it's a trip at least, no matter what happens. I get to make a film, I get to go to Finland. If all else fails, at least it's an experience I can look back on. So that was it basically. They offer it you as part of the university, so go University of Salford. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was very, very cool actually. I met some really cool people over there, so it was great. I can always look back on it with fond memories. So,
I think there was another question.
Now, where did you get the idea of using coats as a portal to another world?
oh, leave me with free reign with anything. I'll come up with all kinds of crazy. I won't say the word I was going to say then. Stuff, crazy stuff. No, me and Johnny Sims, who was the DOP, just like used to go wandering around all the locations around the university, Finland in general, where we shot on all that snow you see. That's actually a frozen lake. So health and safety, whew, yeah. But we used to just wander around, and I was like, I don't care what we do, we have to use these coats somehow. We'll just throw it in somewhere. And that big auditorium at the start, I loved the look of that. I was like, let's just get that in there, and let's at least, you know, go for something that visually is quite interesting. And I thought that element of it I was really happy with. You know, I think visually it looked good, and it's nice and stylish, and you know, it looked quite nice really, I thought.
Yeah, that was my favourite bit, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like that bit because she's, especially the shot of Emily when she's walking past and just that look, I thought that looked really crisp and clean. So the lighting was good as well that Johnny did. It was nice.
Cool. Okay, are there any other questions? All right. Okay, thank you very, very much. Thank you.